Hello, folks. Today is March 25th, 2024. Today, we celebrate National Medal of Honor Day. There have been 3,517 recipients of our nation's highest recognition of valor since its establishment during the Civil War back in 1861. Think about that. Tens of millions of American service members, and just 3,517 times has this honor been awarded. National Medal of Honor Day was established by Congress to foster public appreciation and recognition of Medal of Honor recipients. The first National Medal of Honor Day was celebrated on March 25th, 1991. March 25th was chosen because it was the date in 1863 that the first Medals of Honor were presented to 6 members of Andrews Raiders. To its recipients, the Medal of Honor represents more than recognition of combat actions. Instead, it symbolizes sacrifices of those we served alongside and those who came before. To honor the sacrifices, each year on National Medal of Honor Day, the recipients lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. The unknowns are buried here, are each Medal of Honor recipients. Here in central Pennsylvania, we have our own Medal of Honor recipient as a consequence of events that unfolded in Somalia. On October 3rd, 1993, Master Sergeant Gary Gordon was a sniper team leader during the Battle of Mogadishu. This began as a joint force mission to apprehend key advisors of Somali warlord Mohammed Farah Aidid. During the assault, Super 6-1, one of the Army's Black Hawk helicopters providing insertion and air support to the assault team, was shot down and crashed in the city of Mogadishu. A combat search and rescue team was dispatched to the first crash site to secure it, and a short time later, a second Black Hawk, Super 6-4, was shot down as well. Ranger forces on the ground were not able to assist the downed helicopter crew because of the mass of people firing at them, and they could not arrive at that site. Master Sergeant Gordon and his Delta Force sniper teammate, Sergeant First Class Randy Shughart, along with Sergeant First Class Brad Halling, were providing sniper cover from the air. They wanted to be dropped at the second crash site in order to protect the 4 critically wounded crew members, despite the fact that large numbers of armed hostile Somalis were converging on the area. Sergeant First Class Shughart, United States Army, distinguished himself by actions above and beyond the call of duty on 3 October 1993. While serving as a sniper team member, United States Army Special Operations Command with Task Force Ranger in Mogadishu, Somalia. Sergeant First Class Shughart provided precision sniper fires from the lead helicopter during an assault on a building at 2 helicopter crash sites while subjected to intense automatic weapon fire and numerous rocket-propelled grenades. While providing critical suppressive fire at the second crash site, Sergeant First Class Shughart and his team leader learned that ground forces were not immediately available to secure the site. Sergeant First Class Shughart and his team leader unhesitatingly volunteered to be inserted to protect the 4 critically wounded personnel, despite being well aware of the growing number of enemy personnel closing in on the site. After the third request to be inserted, Sergeant First Class Shughart and his team leader, Gary Gordon, received permission to perform this volunteer mission. When debris and enemy ground fires at the site caused them to abort the first attempt, Sergeant First Class Shughart and his team leader were inserted 100 meters south of the crash site. Equipped only with his sniper rifle and a pistol, Sergeant First Class Shughart and his team leader, while under intense fire from the enemy, fought their way through a dense maze of shanties and shacks to reach the critically injured crew members. Sergeant First Class Shughart pulled the pilot and other crew members from the aircraft, establishing a perimeter which placed him and his fellow sniper in the most vulnerable position. Sergeant First Class Shughart used his long-range rifle and sidearm to kill an undetermined number of attackers while traveling the perimeter, protecting the downed crew. Shughart continued to protect the fire until he depleted his ammunition and was fatally wounded. His actions saved the pilot's life. That, of course, is Durant. Sergeant First Class Shughart's extraordinary heroism and devotion to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions and standards of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. The heroism of these Delta Force members in the face of certain death to defend other service members exemplifies the service that all our service members provide to this nation, supporting and defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. In the great traditions of military service, honor, valor, esprit, Master Sergeant Gary Gordon and Sergeant First Class Randy Shughart gave their lives. On this day, let's remember them. National Medal of Honor Day. God bless, and God bless America.